welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be kitting up this diamond painting. It's a really long, like one of those long diamond paintings. So yeah, this is going to be my spring, I guess, project since it is spring now. So here is the original image. Oops. And so this, I called this cherry blossom landscape, yeah. So this is from Joyautum and AliExpress. It was $25.17. It was advertised as a 50 by 120, but they did say it was smaller. I think they said it was supposed to be a 40 by 112, but when I measured it, it was a 40 by 110. It is a poured glue canvas with round drills and AB drills and some special shapes, and there were DMC numbers, and there are 60 colors in all, 2 of them being ABs and 3 specials. So yeah, this is gonna be like my big project for spring. I actually haven't been working on anything big in a while. So yeah, I've just been working on smaller diamond paintings. So I am going to use this 60 bottle container system. This is actually going to be the first time I'm using these bottles, so hopefully I like it. We'll see. I did unbox this on the channel, so if I remember, I'll link the unboxing to these in the eye. So I have already pre-labeled them after I scanned the legend on this and put them on some labels. So yeah, I've already pre-labeled the containers, and they are in individual baggies, but with 60 colors, that's just so much to work out of the baggies. So and I always kit up. I have too many storage. Why bother? So I did notice that the bags are just labeled 1 to 60. So I did write on my bottles, like in red, the actual number, because they're not obvious. There's no, like, they're not in order. See, like, this is number 3, this is number 2, and then this is a symbol. So yeah, I don't know how they decided to do the symbols. So here's number 3 is 165. It's a yellow. So oop, apparently I'm bad at aiming these bags. See, these bags are like longer than I'm used to. Okay. It was not coming out well, so I'm just gonna put them on the tray, and I don't think it's, maybe it's a little static, or it's just, hopefully it's not gonna be that horrible of a static. Yeah, I didn't freeze these just because it's not winter anymore. It shouldn't be. I'm hoping that the static will start just going away soon. So these are the bigger bottles, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to fit all the drills in. Okay, there is a lot of static. I'll have to go get my, are my dryer sheets in here? I'll have to go look. I'm gonna pause for a minute and get all this stuff. Okay, I went and got my dryer sheet. Hopefully it's not gonna be too hard to do the rest of them. We'll see. So number 2, maybe, I'm hoping that it was just number 1 and everything else will just easily pour in, but apparently it's very hard to pour in from these bags. I think they're just really long. The bags are just really long, and hence why I'm having a hard time pouring it in. Because yeah, usually the ones for the baggies are relatively easy to pour in. I probably need a funnel, but I don't, yeah, do I have funnel? I know I got a funnel from a, do I have funnels? Is it worth me getting my funnel for this? But it was like a really small funnel, so I don't think it'll work. So, okay. I just need to get better at pouring from these big baggies. Okay, so the next one, 310. Maybe I should just pour into the tray. I'm gonna try one more, and then if I can't get it, I'm gonna pour from the tray. I just have to be more careful about how I pour into these. I think that's just garbage. Okay, so that one wasn't so bad. So far everything has been fitting in these bottles. You could kind of see that there is static, like look at it, it's sticking, I don't know, I guess you can't see it. So 310, number 4 is 336. Okay, so what was I going to talk about today? Oh yeah, so my original plan to talk about today was, well, it'll still be my plan. So since this is a spring picture, I guess I'll talk about how much I have tried to garden. Hence, see, listen to my word tried. Okay, so I think I might actually have a slight black thumb, as in I tend to kill plants. So I just got my house in 2019, and 2020 was my first full year in my house. So last year I did, it was part of my, quarantine hobby, and along with diamond painting is I was gonna do a vegetable garden. And well, yeah, I think I have a black thumb. Okay, so first I thought it was time to, so during March, during March, they were threatening to, last year, they were threatening to, like close down everything. So then I bought a bunch of vegetables in the end of March before they started closing down things. Although, they never closed down the home improvement stores, so I could have just waited, but I didn't know that places like Lowe's and Home Depot were considered essential businesses, but I guess they are, because people's houses could still break down and they need plumbing or something. But yeah, no, I didn't realize it would be considered an essential place, so that it was always open, so I didn't need to do this rushing in and buying plants and stuff. But I bought plants at the end of March, thinking I was gonna do like a little vegetable garden, but I didn't do much research prior because I was kind of rushing it because I thought everything was gonna close down. So I bought some, I was already planning to do the garden, and I already had the kind of setup how I was planning to do it. But yeah, no, I bought the plants, I guess, and I planted them too early, because yeah, I killed some. It was very sad. I planted, what did I plant? I planted tomato and a tomato plant, and it just kind of shriveled up and died. And then I also planted, I forgot what I planted. Either way, it died. Oh no, I remember. It was peas, or the snap peas. And well, I planted them apparently too early. So at my work, we were closed down, but we were doing Skype meetings, and one of my coworkers, when I was saying how I killed my plant during one of the Skype meetings, they made fun of me because I'm from California. I'm not used to, I guess, Washington State, and they were like, you planted that too early. It was still too cold. And I was like, but they were already selling it. Why would they be selling the plants if you couldn't plant it yet? Yeah, mistake. Oop, 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 oop. So yeah, I killed a tomato plant, and well, okay, what's funny is, okay, it looked like it died. So I'm going ahead in my story. So I killed my tomato plant, and my coworker told me that I shouldn't have planted until May, and I was like, okay. So in May, I go and I buy another tomato plant, and I think I bought a zucchini plant. Yeah, it was a tomato plant, a zucchini plant, an eggplant, and an eggplant, and a plant for an egg, or for eggplants. I don't know what's called. And then I bought a couple peppers. My whole plan last year was just buy like varying plants, and then for this year I would know what grew and just stick with what was easy, because I'm not a gardener, so I don't know how to grow things. So I wanted something easy. I wanted something that I just planted, and then, you know, it just growed without me, with minimal effort. That's what I want. Plant and grow with minimal effort. So last year I did just buy a bunch, and then I was planning to just see which ones grew with minimal effort. So I ended up buying another tomato plant, and then I bought a zucchini plant, and then the eggplant, and then I bought the jalapeno, and then I forgot what it was. A bell pepper. It was a bell pepper, and I bought cauliflower. Okay, so yeah, and a strawberry plant. So I didn't know what I was doing. So the tomato plant. So I killed a the tomato plant originally, and the pea plant. So I was like, okay, I just left them in there. I didn't know that they were actually. So the tomato plant, which I thought I killed because it went from like green and then to like a shriveled nothing. It was brown. I thought it was dead, but it grew. The tomato plant that I thought was dead actually was still alive, because by the time the end of the summer happened, that thing was thriving. I had so many tomatoes from it. So I know this year I'm going to do the tomato again, because it was so easy. Like it was apparently black thumb, like idiot proofness, because yeah, I'm apparently a massive black thumb because I've already killed a bunch of plants. I'll go into my other deaths of plants later. But yeah, no, my tomato plant that I thought I killed earlier was like still alive, and it grew so many tomatoes. And then I ended up having 2 tomato plants, so I had so many tomatoes. I didn't even know what to do with them anymore. I just kind of just started chopping them up and putting them in anything. Like, I'd make an omelet and be like, okay, this needs some tomatoes, or I'd make some sort of stir fry and I'd just put it in tomatoes, or I don't know, I would just end up putting tomatoes into things. It was actually pretty good. Like, apparently if you mix tomatoes in with egg and then some onions, it's like delicious. And this is, I don't know, I just ended up making like lots of different things with tomatoes. So then my eggplant, it flowered, but I never got any eggplants from it. So I don't think Washington, or at least where I live, is the right climate for an eggplant. It probably needs somewhere warmer. Maybe, I don't know. All I know is I got flowers, and the flowers for eggplants are actually pretty pretty. They're like purple also. But nope, I never got any eggplants. Maybe it needs some sort of pollination, and I didn't have that. But yeah, no, I got flowers, but no eggplants. So then my zucchini plant, which supposedly zucchini is one of those also idiot-proof ones. Well, I got maybe like 5 zucchinis from it, which when I told my coworker, they're like, no, you should have gotten like so many, you didn't know what to do with it. So what I think happened is I had a lot of flowers, so I ended up looking up why I wasn't getting that many zucchinis, considering how many flowers I had. But apparently zucchinis are one of those ones that need some sort of pollination. So I'm guessing I just didn't have enough pollination happening. So my coworker for this year told me I should buy some marigolds and plant them next to my plants so that it'll attract the bees. So that's my plan this year, is to so yeah, my zucchini, my tomato, Zucchini, I was somewhat, I guess, successful in the fact that I got some, so that I'm holding out hope. The tomato, I am going to do again this year, but I think I'm going to go for the big tomatoes, because I got, my original plant was just one of the baby, the small tomatoes, you know, the cherry tomatoes, and then, but my original tomato plant that I had bought that also still grew after I thought it died was a regular sized tomato. And I think I'm just this year, so even though they're the regular sized tomato, I'm not optimized, I guess, for the massive tomato size, so they weren't that big. But I think this year the one tomato plant I'm gonna do is just get the big one, just because the cherry tomatoes, although very like abundant, it just gets hard to keep picking them. They're just so small that it was just easier to pick the bigger tomatoes. So I think this year I'm just gonna get the bigger tomato, one big tomato plant, because from last year the just one plant was plenty of tomato. And then I'm gonna do the zucchini again because I was relatively successful last year. I just need to add some flowers so that it'll attract the bees to pollinate. Okay, so then my other plants, so I had also done the jalapeno, but I only ended up getting like 2, maybe 3 jalapenos, and then that was it. So I think I'm just not the right climate for jalapenos. I might try a different pepper this year, but we'll see. But nothing hot. Maybe the hot peppers need a hotter climate. I don't know, I'm just making this up. But I'm gonna try a different pepper, but the jalapeno I only did get a few, so I'm not gonna try jalapeno again this year. And then I already said the eggplant did not survive. Oh, my pea plant. So I did buy another one, even though the first one died. And it actually started growing, but something ate them. So I think there's bunnies that roam around my yard all the time, so I think the bunnies ate them. So I don't think I could, but they didn't eat, no, nothing ate my tomatoes, so I don't know, they must have liked the pea plant. But that one actually was growing, like, it looked like it was gonna work out if it didn't get eaten, you know. My poor plant got eaten by what I'm guessing is bunnies, because those are what I saw hopping around my backyard. So I'm not going to do the pea plant, even though I think it would have worked if I didn't have the what's it called, rabbit problem. And then let's see. Yeah, I think, oh, so the cauliflower, I actually got all the cauliflower. So the problem with cauliflower is it's like a 1 cauliflower per plant kind of thing. So I've just felt like it just like I got one that was relatively big, but the others were actually pretty small. So I don't know what the difference were between why one was more successful than the other. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do the cauliflower this year, even though I actually was relatively successful with it last year. It's just that they just weirdly, some grew big and some grew just a small cauliflower. So I don't think I'm gonna do cauliflower again this year. And then the strawberry, I don't know if that one, I don't know, maybe I didn't do it well either, but I didn't get that many from it. Although I did get some, but I don't know. I left the plant there, so if, did I put, okay. I messed up somewhere. Because I already filled up 19, even though this is 19. Okay, so let me see if I could figure out where I messed up. Is there an empty one? So 18, 17, 18, 19. So I know this is 19. What was this one? I'm just hoping there's one that's empty. and then I just have to push everything back. Okay, nothing is empty. I wonder if there was like a repeat of a number and I didn't notice. Nothing is empty. Okay, so 18, 17. Ooh, there's two 16s. Alright, so that's where I went. Okay, so 16, 16, these are both... Wait, why are there two 16s? They're like... Are they the same color? There's two 16s, but they're barely full. I just want to make sure they're the same color before I combine them. Okay, so I wonder if they accidentally gave me two bags. I'm just gonna pour a little bit in here. Yeah, no, they're the same color. Okay, so I had two 16s, but the thing is 17 is a very similar color, so I didn't notice. But yeah, okay. Mess up there. There's two 16s. So 16. So this should be, this is 17. So this one should be 17. And then this one should be 18. So yeah, I think I got messed up because they must have accidentally gave me two of 16. Alright. Okay, so now we're on 19. Okay. I'm glad I think what prompted me was that the color wasn't matching. So since I do write down, I put in the color on there, it was kind of obvious where something went wrong, but I'm glad it wasn't like so far behind, and I'm glad that it was pretty obvious what went wrong. Okay, so back to this. What was I talking about? Me killing plants. Okay, so yeah, I did the strawberry plant, and yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do the strawberry again, but I left the plant planted in the same place, and one of my coworkers told me that strawberries come back, so I'm hoping it comes back. If it doesn't, oh well. If it does, then I'll have some strawberries also planted, but I'm not gonna put anything new. But yeah, let's see. I did last year also plant an apple tree and a peach tree. Or was it an apricot tree? Either way, I don't anticipate my fruit plants to have anything this year. It does usually take, I think, 5 years, before a fruit tree starts becoming fruity after you plant them. So I'm just hoping they stay alive, because I think that's apparently my problem, is keeping things alive. So yeah, that's my vegetables and fruit and stuff. So then in my front yard, I also last year, or like at the fall of 2019, I actually planted a bunch of bulbs. So I planted some daffodils and tulips and crocuses. So so last year they all came up, the daffodils, the crocuses, the tulips. My problem is the tulips, I think the deer ate them, because I have deer wandering around the neighborhood, and they like to eat my plants. Like, they've eaten a couple of, like, I forgot there was another one of my plants that they ate. I've seen them walking around my yard, because my front door camera has like a motion sensing thing, and I have actually recorded a deer walking by my front door camera. I've also have recorded like a cat, bunnies, but yeah, deer also walk around my neighborhood. So they ate my tulips last year, so I didn't bother planting new bulbs. So if the tulips, because I know tulips sometimes don't come back after a season, you're supposed to replant them, but I just left them out there. And I know sometimes you're supposed to like dig up your bulbs and then replant them, but I didn't do that. I just left them out there. So, but right now my daffodils are blooming, the crocuses are coming out. The tulips I think are growing too, but they're not out yet. Because there's something that looks like the tulip, because I kind of mixed them. So they're like in the same area. I have crocuses, I have tulips and daffodils. I do, so right now the crocuses come out first, and then the daffodils, and then the tulips. And crocuses already came out, the daffodils have come out also, and I see the leaves of what looks like tulips coming out too. So the tulips might come back, but they might get eaten again. But yeah, no, the deer didn't eat my daffodils and the crocuses, so I think they must like tulips for whatever reason. So yeah, I didn't replant them, but it looks like they're coming back out. So I didn't kill those, but I've killed, so there was a bush I put outside, or not a bush, but it was, I think what happened is I planted them in a pot, and pots, you actually have, potted plants, you actually have to pay more attention to, because they apparently could get very dry during the summer. So I think it's because I planted the bush, like it wasn't a bush, but it was just like a flower. I planted in a pot because I wanted to cover up this portion where there was a utility box or something. And I've seen other houses in the neighborhood plant around the utility box, but there's warnings all over the utility box not to dig near it. So I didn't dig near it. I just ended up putting a plant in a pot. But yeah, I think I ended up killing the 2 plants that I had planted in a pot just because I probably didn't water it enough. Even though I felt like I did, I probably didn't water it enough and they died. So so yeah, but my plants that I planted in the ground have survived. So I think it's just mainly that you're supposed to water potted plants more than you do the ones that are in the ground, just because the moisture goes away faster in the potted plants. I'm learning like every time I kill something, I look up why I killed it. I should probably like look up before I killed it so that I know I'm taking care of them correctly. But I feel like I do, but I learn more when the mistakes happen instead of like, yeah. So yeah, so I've killed a couple plants outside already. My coworker actually gave me, like, at my current workplace, she gave me a gift for when I was a year at my workplace, and it was a tree that she had transplanted because we have, Washington State has so many trees that like just new saplings just grow all the time. So she gave me a tree that was a tiny tree. It was just like in a small pot. So I killed it. And I was like, I killed your tree. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. You shouldn't give me any more plants. That's what I told my coworker. But yeah, I killed that tree. So yeah. What other, so I've also killed, okay, so indoor plants. So I've been trying to do the indoor plant thing, but apparently I am also an indoor plant killer. So, okay, I killed one of the supposedly more brainless plants to put in your house. I killed a snake plant, and from what I've been reading, that's one of those ones that's supposed to be near impossible to kill. You're supposed to, so what I think happened is I overwatered it. Snake plants, you're supposed to practically neglect them. So I actually got 2 snake plants at the same time. One a smaller snake plant and one a bigger snake plant. So for whatever reason, the small one I did not kill and it's still alive. So maybe I just got a bad snake plant, or I don't know. I still think I overwatered it. So now, after I killed the first snake plant, the big one, I've been pretty much neglecting my small snake plant, and I think it's thriving now that I've been neglecting it. See, that's the plants I kind of need. I think I need the plants that I just need to neglect, because apparently I don't do well with the ones that you need to pay attention, or I end up paying too much attention and they die. Um, but yeah, no, I've killed a couple plants already. I don't know what the other ones were called, my other indoor plants, but I did kill like 2 other indoor plants. Man, this is just kind of a sad, depressing kid up where I'm just showing you how bad I am at taking care of plants, but maybe that's why I do all these like flower diamond paintings, because I'm like, I want to be able to grow one of them, but apparently I'm bad at it. But these I can't kill, right? Well, I guess unless I spill stuff on them or something, which I haven't really done anything yet to permanently kill one of my diamond paintings. But yeah, no. Apparently, I should not be around plants. I'm just happy that I keep any of the ones I have alive. So far everything has fit into just one. I mean, I do see this green one that looks like it's big, but so far these have held everything that I put into here, so I kind of do like, these are pretty good containers. The only thing is you can't see the top. You can't see like the color at the top since it's silver, but I don't mind that so much, because as long as I don't have to go into more than one container, I'm okay. And so far, after that initial bout of crazy static, I haven't been getting so much. Now I'm jinxing myself by saying that. So yeah. Okay, 8:15. Man, I still have like halfway to go, and I think I've run out of stuff to talk about. What else could I talk about? I thought I had enough plant stories of me being so horrible at plants. Oh, well, you know, at my workplace, I got a plant when I first started there, and I was planning to just keep that plant in there and see how far it goes the whole time I've been there. That one is still alive, remarkably. I did have to take it home during the lockdowns, and it did not like my house. Like, for whatever reason, it just got, it still stayed alive, so I was able to bring it back when we were allowed back at work. But see, this one has a lot of static because I made mention about the static going away. But yeah, I kept the one at work alive. When I brought it home, it just kind of got brown and stuff, and I was pondering what went wrong, but luckily I was able to bring it back to work. It must have not liked my house. Maybe that's why I'm killing all my plants. Something about my house. Maybe it's just not bright enough. I do kind of live in like a dark corner with trees and stuff, so I don't actually get that much light. But I'm hoping, but it's thriving again at my work, so, because it was kind of my plant that I bought right away after I started working there. It was my, well, let's see how big this thing grows during my time at my workplace. It's one of those ones that are good indoors with little light, because I'm not near a window at my work, so I purposely got something that is good with low light. Oh wait, there's still like 2 more in here. So let's see. Yeah, I purposely got plants that are supposed to be good with low light, but yeah, I still apparently managed to kill things. So right now it's actually raining, and well, when it rains in Washington, it doesn't tend to pour, it just kind of rains a lot. But right now there's a lot of wind too, so I'm hoping we don't get a power outage, because this is the type of weather that we tend to get power outages. Just because I think it's just because there's so many trees, and the rain and the wind combined takes down branches and stuff and hits power lines, and then we get a power outage. But let's hope it's fine during this. If you notice it goes dark suddenly, it's because I had a power outage. But I am recording on, something with, oh, okay, this might be the first one where I wasn't able to fit everything. Well, you'll see me be like, but it'll still record, because you know what? My camera doesn't need power to keep going, so it'll still keep recording even if I get a power outage. But you'll see me do a reaction. See, now I'm jinxing myself, saying that there's going to be a power outage. There probably is going to be one, because I'm saying there is. But we'll see. It's pretty gloomy outside, that I have actually all my lights on just so that this will record. Wait, 38. Does this say 38? No, this is 38. I can't even read my own writing. Okay, this one has some static too. I was hoping to prevent the static, but apparently I should still be freezing my drills even if it's not winter anymore. Come on, it's raining. Shouldn't the humidity be more? I don't know. But apparently it's too dry in my house. Man, it's like sticking to the container. So I don't know if people have tried this, but I've noticed sometimes when there's a lot of static, and I use plastic tips on my diamond painting pen, that I kind of have fun doing it. Like if you hover around the drill, and if there's enough static, the drill will just kind of magically go up and connect to your pen. I don't know why I found that fun, but I do it sometimes. I'm like, I hover my pen next to the drill, and then the drill will just like magically go up because of the static and hit your pen. I don't know. It's weird things that amuse me while I'm diamond painting, So I'm gonna just wipe my tray with the dryer sheet, hoping that it takes away any static. But I think if I see it in the bag, I'll just put the dryer sheet in. See, this one wasn't bad, so apparently, but I just don't know how to pour. Yeah, though these big bags, I don't think they're very good for the pouring. They're just longer than the normal bag. Let's see. Man, I'm just like losing drills everywhere. Well, as long as there's extra, I don't care if I lose some. Okay. Okay, there's one there, and then there's a random blue and a yellow one there. See, that's the problem with also kitting up on top of the canvas, is the canvas is so colorful that sometimes you don't notice the excess on the bottom. But I kind of like the canvas as my background, so 905. Yeah, no, the pots are kind of hard to get out of these foam things, so it's the first time I'm working with this container, so seeing if I like them. I don't know if this one's gonna, no, this one's not all gonna fit either. So few left! So, and I don't have any extra pots on this one. Well, I have, because there's 60 colors on this. I didn't label my last 3, because the last 3 are the special shapes, and I was thinking if there's only a few that need another pot, I was gonna just use the last 3 for the drills instead of the special shape ones, because there's so few of the special shape drills that it just seemed like it would be better for me to use the extra pots for actual regular drills than for the special shapes, but we'll see. So far I have 2 and I only have 3 extra. So I don't know, there's a couple that look like there's still a lot. So now this one looks like it has static, so I'm going to put some dryer sheet in there. Shake, 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 shake. Okay. I still have, man, 20 of these left, so okay, I need a new topic to talk about. Let's see what to talk about. Okay, so work has been pretty busy. Well, I'm recording this in the end of March. You might not see this until probably mid-April. But I am recording this at the end of March, and last year in 2020, the end of March was when the lockdowns happened. So this time last year, we were all preparing what we were going to do while we were at home. Well, actually, I think the lockdown already was, by the time I'm recording this, yeah, we did the lockdown, I think March 3rd, 23. That was when everyone was required to stay at home in Washington State. And so this was around the time when things were locked down and we couldn't do our normal work. So all the projects that got canceled last year, I feel like this year they're ramping it up. Like, I have so much more work this year than I did the previous, like, 2019, because I can't compare 2020. 2020, it was just a wash. So, and like 2020 was just such a weird year that I can't be like, oh, I have so much more work than 2020. But I have so much more work than I did in 2019, because I think all the projects that were supposed to happen in, man, there's so few left on this one. All the projects that were supposed to happen in 2020, they got canceled, or it seems more like they postponed it to this year. Man, what is that symbol? Like, do you see that symbol? Is it focusing? But yeah, no, it's a weird symbol. But all the projects that were supposed to happen last year are happening this year, but bigger. Like, a lot of our projects at my workplace are a yearly project, so we would work on it every year. It's kind of like a monitoring project, so like every year we would do the same project and compare the results. But this year, a lot of those projects that were canceled last year, what they ended up doing was making it bigger this year. So we have so much more work at this year than we did in 2019, just to make up for the fact that a lot of them weren't able to be done in 2020. So yeah, yeah, it's crazy at my work. I'm actually kind of happy that I have all these diamond paintings kitted up, because I get home from work, I just want to zone out. I use the diamond painting as my way of de-stressing from work, and just having the diamond paintings pre-kitted up, and I could just sit down and diamond paint and turn off my brain. This has been pretty good. Like, it was great for the pandemic, as in, what do you call that? Things to do, because there was nothing else you could do. But this has also been good now that I have so much more work, and I just get home and I just want something brainless to do, and this is my something brainless to do after work. So I thought I would actually be diamond painting less because of all the work, but I mean, there have been times where I was just too tired to do the longer diamond painting sessions that I had. but it's also been good to de-stress when I get home from like, I just want to diamond paint. It's just brainless activity to do. But yeah, no, work has just been crazy, crazy busy. And it's been crazy busy for like everyone at my workplace too. So yeah, I think my, yeah, I think they said that this year we were doing, I think 40% or 30% more work than we were doing before. So and this is us doing more work with the same amount of people, because my workplace is on a hiring freeze because of the pandemic. So we're doing more work, but with the same amount of people, and well, yeah, same amount of people, and yeah, it's just been a little bit more stressful, but and then okay, so I'm saying that the old projects got ramped up, but then there's also new projects that get added too. So yeah, it's been a little crazy. And see, the thing is, now at my workplace we have all these restrictions, like rooms, like each room in my workplace, the safety person went around and like measured the room and determined the maximum capacity of a room. So a lot of the rooms where we used to be working like several people in a room, now only are able to have 2 people in the room at the same time. So we've been having to kind of coordinate when we could do things in the room, because 2 just means that we can't work the same way we used to. So we have more work, but yet they expect us to adhere to these more strict, I guess, capacity limits, which I'm actually kind of happy that my workplace is putting in all the safety procedures necessary, but it does make trying to get your work done much harder. But you know, one good thing is I do work in a lab, and once I have certain things set up, most of, I guess, my analysis work can be done at home, because it's just computer work. But there's just some work I have to be at the lab to do, because, you know, I don't have the lab equipment at home, so I have to do it at work. It's just the actual computer stuff I could do at home. But yeah, it does make kind of scheduling who can be in a room at the same time a lot more difficult, just because, yeah, you could only have an X amount of people in there. And then our office cubicles, we're on a every other week schedule, so we're only allowed to be in our cubicle every other week. So sometimes I have, but there are like extra stations that we could be at if we really, really need to be at our computer at work. But it does make scheduling, figuring it out, hard. So, but like I said, I'm glad my workplace is taking safety seriously. There are other places that don't accommodate all these extra safety features, but it does make everything harder. So I'm complaining about it, but I'm actually grateful that my workplace is taking the safety procedures. You know, they're doing the safety procedures. Oop, 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 oop. Okay. Man, I'm just this one I'm just making complete messes in this kitting up. I don't think I normally make this much of a mess. Maybe, yeah. Maybe these bottles are a lot harder to pour into than... And I should go get a funnel, because unfortunately I don't think I have... I need one of those... I've seen people have it. The funnels that just kind of fold up. I should just buy one. But I actually haven't had... This is the first time I'm using this storage system, so most of my other storage systems won't need a funnel, so I just don't have one. But maybe I need it for this bottle system. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what I was saying anymore. Oh yeah, my workplace, and oh, this one has lots of static too. Man, this is a much longer kitting up than I thought it would be, considering I thought this would be relatively fast with it being in the baggies, but there are 60 colors, so I can see why this still takes long even with the baggies, but the baggies haven't been the best to pour from either, so. But yeah, come on. I'm still pondering how I'm gonna frame this one, since it is a long diamond painting. I'm pondering whether, because I do kind of want, I know where I'm gonna put it in my house, so, and I'm gonna put it up for all year round, not just for spring. But I'm just doing it now since it is a very spring picture with the cherry blossoms. But yeah, I'm pondering how I'm gonna frame this. I don't see, it's a weird size. It's a long, skinny one, and I'm sure there's not going to be a frame for it. I think I might just cut it out and stick it up using command strips. I've been pondering whether I should put it on a foam board, but I kind of I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to do the foam board thing, just because what if I want to take it off, then after I take it off, I could just roll it up. If I put it on a foam board, then I won't have that roll up option, you know? It'll be pretty much mounted on the foam board. But, or if, you know, I'll just keep it up a long time. So then if I do put it on a foam board, then that's okay, because I'm not going to roll it up and put it away. But we'll see. We'll see. By the time I'm done with this, I'll have pondered how I'm going to frame it. I probably will just cut out the canvas, seal it, and put everything up with command strips with no foam board, just to give me that option of rolling it up after I'm done. So this one's an AB. I don't know if you could tell. So we're getting to the end. So far, I think I only do have 3 extras, so those might actually just go into the bottles. Because I don't know if I want to put my special shapes in the bottle, because I might just keep those in the bags. So, we're almost done. One more after this, and then we have the special shapes, which are these flowers, which I think I'll just keep in the bags. Okay, this one is going to be a tight fit, but there's so few left that I want to just put it all in. So I'm hoping this one turns out, it looks like the picture kind of looks a little bit pixelated, but I have done a different diamond painting from Joyautum, and it turned out so awesome. It's so beautiful that I'm gonna hold out until this is done before I make my judgment on this. So I did make stickers for these last ones, so this one should be, yeah, these ones, the colors don't match. Like, I mean, the white one is a green symbol, and then this one is yellow, so I guess they just didn't want like a massive white amount, so I'm just gonna put this in a baggie these ones are gonna be last, so I'm just gonna put them in a bag. This is a bag that came with, I don't know, a toolkit probably. I guess I could just put the bags directly in there, and I'll put them in the pocket in the back there. There's these extra ones that I'll just put into my last three. If I could figure out, okay, so number 36 is 827. So, and number 40 is 905. You know, I think I'm gonna put, just in case, because I'm paranoid, 42 is 907. So 827, 905, and 907. So I'm just going to put the extras in one of these, and then I'll just switch the cap when I need to get to these extras. Oop, 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 oop. Yep. Apparently I'm still trying to figure out how to use these bottles. I think I'm so used to the ones that are like rectangular and flat, so I never have this issue with kind of a top-heavy container. So 827, number 40 is 905. I'm just making sure that I wrote in the numbers correct. Okay. I'm probably going to keep all those baggies because I think they're the same size as the stuff in my spare storage. So, and I have yet to buy baggies for my spare storage, so I'm hoping to keep it that way. Although a couple of these are kind of broken, so maybe I won't be able to. But I'll inspect the bags before I keep them. Okay, last one. Woo! That was long. I think this was one of my longer kit-ups, but yeah, there it is. It's done and ready for me to diamond paint. I'm just gonna put this picture and stuff at the top. But yeah, this should be my spring project. I probably post this kitting up before I even get close to finishing this, so it'll be up for a while before it's finished. But yeah, it's gonna be this big painting here. All right, thank you for watching and happy diamond painting. Bye.